That's one for the books.
Yep. It's a very cultured solution.
Oh my god.
Nice. I knew we were headed into trouble when this thing started.
Steve, you get a free hero point next time we play together.
Good MuMaMo to our assembled crowd. Why am I hearing myself twice?
I'm not hearing you twice if it helps.
No. Could just be in your head, Troy.
It's all in my head, all of it, every last bit of it. Mondays are for Mutants and Masterminds Monday, and this Monday is why it's the Mother Monday.
It's a flavor blasted Monday, if you will.
It's a flavor blasted Monday, yeah.
Right.
My favorite
That's
Mondays
for sure.
are flavor blasted. Hello to everybody. Sean A. Vieira says, no echo at this end.
Yeah, it's
Well,
just you,
fine.
Troy.
Yeah, I found it. I found it and I destroyed it. AJ Real says, howdy, folks. This is our little pre-funk. We like to hang out and just sort of chat for about 2-3 minutes, and then we will turn down some of those future pops and give me a future migraine. Right?
Is this future pop?
That's what they call it. I called it, movie theater intermission. Claude made the pre-party. Hello, Claude. Good to see you again. This MuMaMo, we're planning stuff. We're going to sit and talk about what we're going to be doing in the future, and we're going to do so with you, a dear listener and watcher. Calvin, hello to you. Robert R.C. Beeler? Beeler, am I saying that right? Beeler? Do correct me, my friend, but greetings to you. Because it's MuMaMo, or just frankly wouldn't be MuMaMo without these three lovely human beings. Hello, friends.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Our pals missed our dairy-related discussion.
It's probably for the best.
It is probably for the best.
Gosh, yes.
It is definitely, but it's put me in a mood. So I will be.
You'll be milking that for the rest of the show.
I will indeed, definitely.
Oh God, but it's so cheesy.
Byler, thank you, Robert. I hate saying people's names wrong, but for something I hate so much, it's something I do so often. Yes, MuMaMo mood. I don't know why my brain skipped a beat on that one, but like a MuMaMo. All right, so MuMaMo. It is planning episode, and the last time we did this, it went over like gangbusters. People were engaging and had great ideas. We and also got some work done in the process, and that's just like several birds, one stone. I kind of like that. There is a random question. Let's see. Sean Duggan. Do we have both the Seans here? Is that what I'm seeing? I think we do.
Full quorum of Seans.
I think I saw Sean Vieira.
Yeah. We've got the Seans. Sean Dugan says, random question from the Discord for Crystal. Where is Mars Tech Park supposed to be in Emerald City?
That's hilarious, because that was written way before I was even writing for Mutants and Masterminds.
Right?
Oh gosh. I mean, it's a send up of, it's a loving homage to the Microsoft campus, which is in Redmond in the real world. So it's probably out in Southern Shore. It's on the map here.
There you go.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Hopefully that answers your question, Sean. And then to answer everybody else's questions, we got a whole few months of planning to do, and let's begin by. So this was we kind of organically came to Multiversal May, right? Do we want to work from a theme? Do we want to kind of cobble some ideas together and sort of see what shakes out theme-wise. Folks in the chat, do you have some thoughts and things you'd like us to tackle? Ready, go.
Planning week? I mean,
Right?
I would hope this being June we could tackle Fae, but that's just me.
That's right. Happy Pride, friends. I'm so excited.
Right?
I'm excited. Now that we've cured the pandemic, it's time for Pride. Yeah, I know, right? Look at me
Now
bringing
I'm
it down.
sad.
Now I'm sad. Okay. So I am unfamiliar with Fae in the context of the whole mutants and masterminds multiverse.
Well, there isn't a ton about Fae in the Mutants and
Right.
Yeah, that.
MuMaMo.
It's in the air.
I added a couple of them to when we revised the Game Master's Guide into the Deluxe Game Master's Guide because
Yep.
I like Fae. I think they're neat and fun storytelling elements, and they pop up as weird little one-off characters every now and then in superhero comics, like the time the X-Men fought leprechauns.
Right?
All right. Oh yeah. Okay. So leprechauns and let's just do a little fleshing out of what the Fae are, and and we'll have that as definitely an element of what we're working on.
I mean, Fae are fairies, weird little tricksters with magical powers, usually related to nature or emotions.
Hmm. I mean, traditionally, the Fae come from Irish and Celtic mythology, but a lot of especially role-playing game settings expand out the notion of what Fae are to be a lot more broadly multicultural in terms of weird, spiritual, magical beings of one sort or another.
Raymond mentions official M&M stats for Oberon and Titania and other famous Fae, like a template for, is that pronounced Sid?
She.
She.
It's Irish.
Yeah, that's what you
Gotcha.
get for talking in Gaelic.
Right. I like that idea. That's the kind of stuff we're talking about then?
Yep,
Yep.
pretty much.
I like it. Okay. So let me pull open our MuMaMo calendar, and then let's just start throwing ideas at it.
So, statting out an underpants gnome, step one.
Oh, Pope, how dare you. Alrighty, so today we've got the 6th, and
The Fae do cross over with cryptids a bit in the Earth Prime setting. When we talk about the cryptid clans in Emerald City, we talk about the some of the Fae as one of their sort of factions as far as that goes. So there definitely are some Fae types mixed up in that.
Let's see. I never find things in this book when I want them.
so Underpants Gnome, capital U, is that right?
Yeah, capital U, capital G.
Yeah, they would say so.
Sorry, capital U, capital N.
Right, lowercase g. The G is silent anyway.
Let's see, I believe we have a new lady villain called Miss Summer's Night's Adventure.
Yeah, that said, like powerful Fae, the Time Travel Codex goes into like She, which role-playing games talk a little bit about as if they're like the high and powerful Fae, but they're really just a way of saying the people that live under the hills. Magical people.
Yep.
In fact, Banshee specifically comes from that word root.
Indeed.
But the Time Traveler's Codex talks a little bit, or gives a stat block for a more powerful Fae noble, basically, that's more on par with player characters. But something like Oberon or Titania would be a great sort of demigod opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Is my microphone working now? Because I don't think it was working before.
There you go.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
Cool. I was mentioning there is an Unseelie Fae in Rogues Gallery named Catherine the Red that I came up with.
Oh,
That's true.
Who is also a good villain for mid-level superheroes.
So let's talk about the 13th. That will be the next MuMaMo. What do we want to do on the topic of Fae?
Oh, geez. Talk about Fae characters and heroes and villains.
Yeah.
Nice.
We should plan a masquerade. I think that'd be a fun episode.
Ooh.
Says the guy with all the costumes.
Right.
Would we say Fae folk or Fae kind or
Yeah.
Fae?
Fairy folk. Fae
Fairy folk, yeah.
The gentry, the good neighbors.
Little bastards.
Leave folk under the hill. No, you never call them bastards to their faces.
No,
No.
yeah.
You say yes, sir, sorry, sir, and offer a bowl of cream.
That's right. That's right. All right. So we'll just kind of discuss generally sort of incorporating, like who are they? What are they? How can they be utilized? And all right, I love it. Okay. So then the following Monday, how should we expand our topic?
I say we talk about Fey realms.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the 13th is about bringing fairy elements into your modern day game. So, obvious follow up is putting your modern day game into Fey
fairyland.
elements.
Nice.
Fairyland is a strange, capricious place.
Yes.
The Fey realms. Okay, that's super fun. Let's see. We've got John says discuss adventures in the Fey courts or just the Fey homelands. Period.
We talk about the fairy courts.
Let's see. What else do we have here? Pope says every Fey has a mullet.
It's not true. That is slander.
Right.
Bunch of
Being
hipsters.
spread mercilessly by the 1990s Gargoyles series.
Right.
Yes.
That is good. John brings up the other Fey in Rogue's Gallery as Wicked Licorice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Wicked Licorice.
Yep.
Oh, I do like that. All the ways that you can upset the fairy. Yeah, I like that.
That's a
There's a
long
lot of
list.
rules.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so then the final MuMaMo of the month is on the 27th. What should we consider? Yeah, Sean, I think that the discussion on fairy folk, we can talk about the differences between the Seelie and the unseelie courts plus minor courts. Sure, that's great.
Oh, the pact. Yeah, we can always talk about that in relation to the
Oh,
Fae.
yeah. I mean, that's more a thing to bind like magic and gods, but
Yep.
I mean, every Fae thinks they're a god unto themselves. So.
Mhm. I'm working on an adventure right now that has to deal with the pact. So
Yeah,
that could
that's
be
true.
that could be a fun tie-in.
Not to be confused with the Pack, who again are just propaganda spread by the 1990s Gargoyles series.
Gargoyle
Those
series.
gargoyles, I'm
Exactly.
telling you. Trouble. Okay, this is
Again,
really,
trying
really
to
good
make
stuff.
mullets look cool.
90s tried very hard with that.
Oh,
It worked for gargoyles. I don't think it works for most people, but
I'm telling you, they're trying it now. The mullet is in full effect as we speak, as we live and breathe.
Mhm.
All right.
to be fair, I haven't tried a mullet with wings and a kilt, no shirt like Goliath did.
Mhm. Sure.
Well, how are you going to know if you don't try?
That's
true.
right. That's true. Let's see. I have a lot of this written down. Okay, so now we've got so the final day of June.
Oh yeah, we could seg into the gods for July.
I would love to talk about the gods in July, just so I can clear Hades' good name.
Hey, just because he has a hit musical,
Look, he's a family man. He loves dogs. He's really good at his job. His brother's the worst one. I hate that guy.
That's fair.
well,
But
yeah,
Zeus has a much better PR team.
That's
Right.
right. Yeah. I'm with you, Alex. I'm with you all the way.
mean-
So
If
Go
anything
ahead.
makes him relatable, it's the fact that he named his dog Spot.
Right?
Exactly.
So looking at July, I'm just going to throw the gods on the 11th because the 4th is America's birthday.
Indeed.
So justice for Hades, yeah. Love it, love it, love it.
I will die on this hill.
Ironic, really.
Yeah.
Just
All
to end
right.
up in Tartarus.
We've got the last day of June to plop some content on.
Oh, we were doing the pact.
I thought we were going to do the pact.
Yeah.
Oh, we already did that.
Uh,
Oh! I thought that was what is the pact? I'm not familiar with that.
It's a bit of lore from Earth Prime that basically bans magical creatures from operating openly in the world.
Got you. Okay, so how would that translate into the topic? Are we creating some? Are we talking about how to kind of deal with non-magical stuff, or
I think
Uh,
ways that magic beings skirt the pact to do
Yeah.
stuff on Earth would be cool.
And we'll talk a little bit about where it fits in the lore, and probably ask Steve where the idea came from, and
Right.
what the original intention for it was, and
What the hell was I thinking? Yeah.
so
figure out how to build plot points around big historic events like that.
okay. So the pact, it'll be the lore, the intention, and how to get around it.
Pretty much.
Awesome. That works for me, and I like having a little homework. That's fun. Okay, so then we are into July. July 11th, we've got to the gods, and then on the 18th, what are we thinking might be a good? Are we going full?
We could do a preview of the time travel trilogy in July
Oh, yeah.
because the
Cool.
drafts will be in for that. By
Nice. Do you think it'll be
Cool.
by the 18th?
then. It's due by the 18th, so it better be.
You want to do the 25th instead?
The 25th. Yeah.
All right, let's
That
do
gives me a
that.
chance to read it and see what kind of
Right. And then we'll call this. What was the name of it again? It's
it's our time travel trilogy of adventures.
You're gonna need a catchier name than that.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I believe this is the first time we've announced it publicly, but yes, we're doing a trilogy of astonishing adventures related to time travel.
Well, there you go, friends. You heard it
Yep.
here first.
We have talked about it on the show before a few months ago.
Yeah.
It just hasn't
Apparently,
come
this is
up
the
since
first
then.
Aura has heard of it.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's okay. That's, friends, that's why you come and hang out with us, because we talk about you find out all the great stuff coming out because we loved our work and get too excited about it and share it. So that's the tour. Is that right? Did I do this on the right day?
The
Yeah,
18th.
we said the 25th. So that'll give
18th.
give a little time for digestion. And so that means Monday the 18th we've got
Oh, are we? I thought we were doing
Yeah.
time travel trilogy on the 18th.
well, that's when it's due, and so Alex wanted to give himself a little
Oh,
time
on
to
the 25th.
review it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give himself time.
Why? I mean, seriously.
Hear me out. We've had time of vengeance. We've had time of crisis. Let's have time of time crisis. We'll just call it that.
Time of even more time.
Yes.
Hear me out. Time for timer.
Time for timer. Is your 10-gallon hat feeling 10
Now I
gallons
want
flat?
cheese.
I know. I would almost bust right into some singing and some dancing about cheese, but I'm not going to. Let's see. Back to time after time.
It's a good question. Do we want to do other weird lore dives on small elements from Earth Prime? I mean, that puts most of the pressure on Steve to remember what the heck was going on. But
I'll tell you, it really does, because our Mutants and Masterminds community remembers everything.
Yeah, that's
So,
the thing. Most of the fans remember better than I do.
let's see. Gabriel says, I love info on the Fables gang.
who created the Fables gang? They're in Atlas of Earth Prime in Europe.
Question. I'd have to
Ooh.
see who did that chapter.
Yeah, and Aura brings up, thank you, Aura. Sorry, I missed it earlier. I mentioned this above, but international adventures.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
That's definitely an
It's a good
idea
one.
we haven't done. Do we want to do
World
that
tour.
what, the 18th?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
We want to do it world tour style, or and are we talking? We're talking in the context of mutants and masterminds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So then
Okay.
existing lore and other kind of
Yeah.
fun
I mean,
stuff.
we could work off Atlas of Earth Prime as a jumping off point, but we can also talk about other things.
Yeah, it's nice. We don't dive into Atlas of Earth Prime very often.
Yeah.
It's
It's
just
really
going
good.
through it for our newest astonishing adventure, which I was laying out this weekend, which is now going to proofreading.
Yay.
It showcases a lot of stuff from Atlantis.
So now we are looking at August 1.
And now we're getting up against Gen Con pretty much.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. What date is Gen Con?
The 5th to the
Uh,
7th.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah,
gonna
if
say
I
it
recall,
starts
Gen
on the
Con never
4th.
ends.
It
Fourth-
sure feels
fourth
like it
to the
never
7th.
ends.
4th through the
The
7th.
4th through the 7th. Yeah.
So the 8th, we're probably not going to be here.
Nope. I'm going to be in Indianapolis.
Me
I'm
too.
going to be in the Odin sleep.
Oh.
Yes.
Let's see. That's the 5th through 4th, rather, through the. Did we say the 4th through the
7th.
7th? All right.
I mean, it ends up being the 8th for those of us who are traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
And strangely, none of us live in Indiana.
right?
That.
Famously gay-friendly Indiana.
Indiana. Yeah.
I live in the
Home of-
purgatory
home of
next
our
door.
friend Mike Pence.
Hate. Let's see. Claude says maybe just an episode where we pick a villain or organization and brainstorm minions or lieutenants for them.
Oh, that would be a great...
Fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mhm.
Let's do that
So-
with Labyrinth. We haven't really touched on them in ages.
Oh, yeah, we could do some stuff with them.
So would that be August 1st?
I think that would be August 1st.
Yeah. Labyrinth it is.
That would be handy for me because I have labyrinth plans for our secret game.
What?
I'm gonna,
What?
what? What?
What?
What? All right. So that's good stuff. And Claude, just to be sure I'm getting this right, you're talking about so we'll cover the labyrinth and we'll set up some lieutenants and kind of lower bosses type stuff, right?
Yeah.
We can
Or
make a secret headquarters too. I think that'd be fun.
I feel like their headquarters isn't secret. It's just, a big tower in the middle of the city, and nobody talks
Right.
about how it's clearly owned by criminals.
Right.
It's a gentleman's
Or
agreement.
acknowledges that it's even there.
Alrighty. So I like that a lot. Okay. And now that moves us. So we'll do no MuMaMo on the 8th.
Yeah.
Then we have the 15th. Elephant in the room tower.
Yeah. Oh, talking about wanting to see some adventures for PL6 or so, and absolutely want to do some of those when the Vigilantes Handbook releases, but that's a little ways down the pipeline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Claude mentions adventure where the DNA process is used at a convention, Gene Con. Oh, boo. I fell right into that.
Walked right
You
into
did.
that.
You did. That's what you get for not reading these beforehand.
No, I know. Those Claude traps are insidious.
Gene Con is better than Alex Con, though. I will say that.
Mhm.
Right. Okay, so let's see. It'll be August. It's sunny. It's I know, I'm so sorry, Claude. But even heroes have to take a day. So we're looking at the 15th. I'm trying to see what are some holidays that might be around or special days to consider. Like, it could be international.
It'd be a summer thing.
We do a back to school thing.
Heading that way.
That would be kind of another Hero High focused session.
Yeah.
Do we want to save that for maybe later in August?
Sure.
Do we want to do it at all?
I don't know.
Haven't we beaten Hero High to death at this point?
It
What else
sounded
is there
like
to
not.
I don't know what else we could talk about for Hero High.
Yeah.
Field
Beach
trips.
episode adventure.
Beach adventure.
Yeah, Coffee
like
Shop AU. There we go.
Yeah.
Let's see. The villain back to school forces children to buy his merch with mind control powers. Yes. Summer's all about vacations. Wouldn't it be good time to talk about world traveling? Okay, well, we did just
we've
kind of
got
travel the
international
world.
adventures.
Mhm.
I
Right.
wonder. Yeah, there is just such a rich history of things that go wrong on vacation. Can we pull a whole show
Well,
together about that?
We work in the game industry, so we really don't know anything about vacations.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is this vacation?
Vacation, I think it's pronounced.
Mhm.
Let's see. Back to
Vacatian?
school. Vacation. Yes, the old trickster Vacation.
It's my least favorite fey creature.
Right, exactly. I do like the idea of a convention of villains, though, Pope. That's a great. Maybe road trip themed. Okay, so talk to me, friends, about. So you think about a road trip outside of eating snacks and sitting for hours.
Right.
We do have an Eminem novel called Road Trip to Ruin
Do?
that I don't know that we've touched on very much.
We did when it came out.
Yes.
Even that was back when we first started streaming, though.
Yeah.
Way back then. Let's see, road trip adventures. So in general, I kind of. All right, you're kind of selling me on this road trip theme. Maybe that could be some kind of a deeper discussion of how to construct a road trip kind of thing.
Maybe how to handle heroing in someone else's city, like when Superman shows up in Gotham.
Yeah, when you're the passenger.
I don't know how to make a whole hour out of that.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean, we can talk about a lot of stuff, but this one seems to be stumping us. We'll put that in what we call the marination pot, and it will marinate until we either A, forget it, or B, something comes out of it. So let's see. We're talking about branding now. City hero etiquette. Okay, yeah, visiting hero etiquette.
Right. Well, I mean, we can, when we talk about international stuff, I guess we could do a tour of the North American cities of Earth Prime as adventure settings.
I think that might be different. I think that'd be different than international.
Yeah, that might be a separate. If we're going to do a road trip thing, we could look at,
Raymond,
What kind of adventures do you put in Atlanta?
right? Yeah.
Or Fariburg or Mystery or
Escape Atlanta. So let me see here. Raymond brought up something that kind of had me thinking. What if we were to? We don't really talk about a lot of objects. What if we were to talk about sort of creating a bunch of cursed objects or things or scenarios, like you have to protect it or you have to find it, you have to steal it back, you have to, like there could be a whole bunch of everything from like an Indiana Jones kind of thing to gosh,
there are a lot of MacGuffins in superhero stories where it's all about somebody swiping or getting hold of something or another.
right? Like the
heroes
Thanos
don't want people to have.
gems and
Right.
Okay. How are you feeling about that, crew?
I feel like I want to do it just so we can say, "Do you know the MacGuffin man?" That Aura just offered up.
Done and done. The episode will be called. Let's see. So I'm throwing that.
15th?
Yeah. The 15th, you say? Yeah. Let's see. I don't know how you spell MacGuffin.
MacGuffin.
Correct.
Oh, that's almost not at all how I spelled it. MacGuffin. Okay. And let's see.
Origin story highlighting MuMaMos might be a fun idea. Like we talk about how to make what makes alien superheroes different than magic superheroes versus training superheroes.
Okay, artifacts.
Almost like a breakdown of power profiles. If we wanted to go from like profile to profile.
And now, are we saying this is part of Claude's suggestion that we do that as artifacts as origins, or are you talking about kind of digging into the larger sort of backstory of hero stuff?
That.
I'm
Okay.
very confused about what we're saying.
What
do we want to? So if August is Gen Con-ish and stuff like that, it always makes me think of just like new rules, new game systems, new stuff like that. Do we want to spotlight our omniversal variant stuff in August and talk about some of those as concepts?
That's a thought.
Yeah, I like that. So for folks who are unaware, and how dare you if you are unaware, but our this month we the team put together various sort of rules for omniversal variants on powers, on whole settings, and we can kind of review that and just sort of talk about all that.
We'll have a pretty fair number of them by the end of August, I should think. So.
Okay, so we'll call that Omniversal Review.
I hear a scratching noise.
I did too. I'm not sure where that's coming from, but it is really getting right to the center of my brain. And let's see here. The descriptors dictionary. Is that a thing that I'm?
I think that was a proposed idea.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about power sources or power categories and how they differ.
Okay. Now, is that a topic unto itself, or was that related to our MacGuffin
I think
object?
Topic unto itself.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So that would be the 29th. Let's see. What do we want to call it?
Just call it power sources.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives us 3 months worth.
That's right. And
Our planning meetings are actually way more efficient when we do them live.
yeah, it really is. It really is. And I also think I just, being able to kind of vet against the chat's hopes and dreams, that's always a lot of fun. Let's see. Okay, so let's do a quick review. I'll go back. Let's see. So next week we'll be discussing Fairy Folk. And then we'll be discussing on the 20th, we'll talk about the Fey Realms. And then on the 27th, it'll be the Pact. And then we take a day off for America's birthday. And we're into July. So July 11th, the Gods.
The Gods.
The Gods. And then on the 18th, it's a world tour through the Atlas of Earth Prime and other places. And then we have a potential review on the 25th for the soon-to-be-released Astonishing Adventures, the Time Travel Trilogy, named TBD.
Time and time again.
Time and time and time again.
Time after time.
I love that song. Okay, so then we're into August. We've got Labyrinth with David Bowie starring Codpiece. And then on the 8th, we have nothing. Nada, because we'll be traveling and in various other places.
We'll be post-Gen Con exhausted.
Truth. Delirious.
Probably COVID positive.
Probably. Let's see, the 15th.
I guess it doesn't show up that fast, but
we've got the MacGuffin for the 15th. Then on the 22nd, we review the Omniversal variant stuff that we've got over at the Patreon. That'll be fun. The 29th is Power Sources. And
good list.
Yeah, that's a great list. It's a super good list.
Yeah.
Thrice Upon a Time.
Thrice is such an underappreciated word.
I agree.
I like thrice. It's a great word.
Right.
M&M Clods and Monsters. Yeah, I like that one. Claude's writing that every day. Every
Right. I was
Monday.
going to say provided by Claude.
So one of the things that we did at our last planning meetings, we talked a little bit about the Patreon and events and things that we would. Basically, we've been doing a actual play and write-ups and things. I know that Crystal, you're particularly excited about a group that you wanted to talk about.
Well, first of all, this week we've got the Carrion Queen coming out, and she's one of my favorite villains for Metaphor, because she is a goddess of vermin and decay, and she's
Nice.
super gross. And for some reason, Eric Mona thought that meant he should give her a double dose of the attractive advantage.
I thought it was weird when I was converting it, but it was there.
Which says more about Eric than it does about Carrion Queen, but
But yeah, she's a fairly simple stat block for a weirdly complicated concept, but I think she's fun, and she's power level 16.
I was
So
going to say she is a high-level nightmare.
Nice.
you don't want her
Okay.
to touch you.
So, do we want to go stat block week by week, or do we want to flip over to actual plays and pick one for each month?
Huh?
I'm talking about Patreon actual plays, or do we want to stick to the? I was saying, in our last meeting, we started planning some Patreon actual plays and stuff while we were doing the show, and I'm wondering if we want to do that now.
Oh well, we even
We
got
have those scheduled, don't we?
yeah.
Do we?
that's what
I don't have it.
I don't have it in front of me, but
Let me see.
I know what mine is.
Mine's in July. I know mine is in July.
Right.
All right. So I might have missed the convo. Did we do that anyway? It's neither here nor there, literally.
got a whole bunch of cool maps in here. But
Ooh.
Ooh,
yeah, I doodle maps when I'm bored or anxious.
I
Your
love
result
it.
on a lot of maps.
Pretty much the only two emotions I feel. So
I love it. Let's
Yeah.
see.
I remember mine's in July, and I was doing Christmas in July with the evil Santa Clauses.
Oh, that kind of jogs a does it?
Mm.
When did we talk about this? I feel like I'm
we
in
did
it.
a planning session a couple weeks ago for the Patreon.
Yeah, I might be not looking at the
On
right
my
calendar.
phone.
It was at the beginning of May because I was not
Yeah.
home. I was dog sitting. I remember.
Oh, this is all coming. All right, it's all. I see it now.
Rushing back.
Mhm.
It is
There were
all
nights when the
rushing.
wind was so cold, Troy.
Really, truly, especially with this empty noggin. Okay.
So many
So-
old notes from when I used to work on Pathfinder. God,
Wow.
old.
You got to be careful what you mention. People are going to be like, "I'll pay $500."
Oh
For your
no,
notes.
no.
I don't know.
Some things are priceless.
That's right. That is right.
$500.
John asks, Steve, would you mind if I did a post on your live play Nevermore? I have some ideas about the Murder League's Home Earth, what it might be like, and how they mastered the method of interdimensional travel.
Speculate away, John. Feel free.
Claude says the Patreon is great, Treon, and that is so true, Treon. And to get there, you want to go to patreon.com/mutantsand masterminds. Such good stuff. Lots of great content. And of course, you get invited to be a part of the cast of these wonderful actual plays that I definitely know about and that I could clearly recall with clarity. And
Oh
yeah.
yes, actual play in the room with you right now.
Right, exactly.
Crystal has one in June at some point. I'm gonna double
Yeah,
check
I-
my calendar.
It's on my
I'm-
phone, but I have to look it up.
Yeah, a couple
I
clicks.
did adventure.
It's on the 18th, June 18th. Crystal is what we decided originally.
A couple clicks, and I went and found myself a calendar with information. So somehow I just we did it, and then I said, okay, I don't need those memories anymore. I will wipe them. Do-do-do.
Our dev Q&A is that week too. It's on the 15th for the Patreon.
Indeed, it is. On Green Ronin and Chris Pramus's birthday.
Hey, very nice.
For some reason, we've stacked those together, and we're responsible for twice as many gifts.
Right.
Right. All right. So we have so we've covered our bases on MuMaMo content. This is really strong stuff. Chad, is there anything in here that you're feeling like might be you might want to add some thoughts, or anything that you're just really dying to see us cover in this
So,
venue?
Troy,
Yeah.
I noticed that Jonesy mentioned the idea of more basic Heroes Handbook style archetypes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, stuff like that or a quick start generator are really good content for
Mhm.
like a live broadcast.
Okay, nice. I know, and Alex, if I recall, you were talking about wanting to do some character creation stuff, right?
Yeah,
Has been.
yeah. I have been. I've been doing it for the last couple of weeks.
No, I mean for the show, for this.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
talking about MuMaMo.
Troy doesn't care about things that happen in your real life.
I don't. Not until the end of the show. And then I want to hear all about it. So do we
I
want...
think it'd be fun to do a character creation episode. Just create a couple characters live on air.
Yeah,
That's what
absolutely.
people are asking for. They're asking for like printed material.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. And so would we...
Those take a lot of time to put together.
True.
So in
More
the
than an
context,
hour.
yeah, in the context of the program, would we want to what might we do sort of a live broadcast around to support something like that? Didn't you? I'm sorry. I swear you just. It's like a real planning meeting, friends. I thought you said that would be great content for a live
No,
broadcast.
I said it wouldn't be.
Oh, it wouldn't be. I heard would be.
It is like a regular planning meeting.
I'm getting it
This is
together.
like when I said I couldn't help you move, and then you dropped by my house with a moving truck.
That's right. I think more so what it is typing in a calendar, looking at chat, and listening at the same time. So a couple of details are escaping my ken, but I'm on top of it now. So all right. Let's see. Yeah, there are so many good ideas in chat, and we're gonna. I think what we'll do is digest some of the content in chat and some of the great ideas, and then maybe we, at some point we'll just kind of sit and review some of that stuff. Yeah, Claude, that's right. Let's see. The side effects of people are going. There's a lot of discussion about descriptors.
We'll talk about that when we do the power sources.
That's right. So that'll disembodied hearing. Yeah, exactly. It's more like disembodied. My ADHD only has 2 slots.
Because he's disembodied, Troy actually hears with his entire body.
I do.
He just vibrates everywhere, and it can get confusing.
It really can, and kind of messy, actually.
Yeah.
Let's see. Troy might be disembodied, but he's using extra effort to keep up with everything. I am indeed. Rolling medium.
As the fatigue to show it too.
Hey, speaking of, I gotta say, as we're nearing sort of the final 15, we are doing a little gameplay together, and I gotta say, Alex, that was a blast. Alex is running a little team, a little team building M&M campaign, and it was fun. I really liked it.
I had a good time.
Everybody, they're going to demand that we live stream it instead of just live tweet it.
And we really, we have some live tweets going on, but it's one of those things where we decided we really were going to come at this with let's broadcast, but then we decided this is for us. This is for us to have some fun, and so we'll report on it vaguely.
Yeah, but if you follow us on Twitter, chances are that we're not going to be able to keep it very secret.
Yeah,
the secret's already out. Yeah,
I mean, let's be honest. Eventually, we're going to put all of our heroes up as NPCs on Patreon.
Yeah. So people that are, Alex is our GM. We've got Crystal and Steve, myself, Chris, and Owen Casey Stevens. Am I missing anybody?
And Dylan.
And Dylan, that's right, and Dylan. I'm so sorry, Dylan. Yeah, and Dylan as well.
Customer service superstar.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right. And boy, it is. The characters are really building. Yeah, it is definitely golden, as Jonesy says.
Steve had to fight a Lisa Frank Triceratops made of gasoline last night.
Right?
That's right. That's
And,
exactly
and-
right.
and yet, that was the second weirdest thing in that scene.
Oh, so
Look,
good.
the 3 dinosaurs in a trench coat is my favorite part of the adventure.
Mine too.
Really, it wasn't the dinosaur in the lab coat and goggles yelling correcting us about his name.
Right.
I loved Dr. Lizard too.
Dr.
Yeah.
Lizard.
That's
That was
Dr.
good
Lizard's
stuff.
name now. He has another name, but
Nobody
Dr.
cares.
Lizard.
Yeah, but Dr. Lizard is what's going in the police report.
That's right. That's right. I am particularly fond of Crystal's character. Very, very like a heroic. I'll say. So fun. Yeah, Owen is awesome.
You turned your enemies into chickens.
Right?
That's right.
Turn that to love.
I forgot about all the birds.
Char-
That's right.
Charms T-Rexes and he turns bad guys into chickens. I mean,
It's
Yeah.
yeah,
Good
that
move.
all happened.
you know, and
I
fighting
love
evil by moonlight. I mean,
Yeah, it was a jam-packed and fun as heck.
Fighting evil by moonlight, winning charity funding by daylight.
That's right.
Yes.
accusing Chris of being a museum exhibit that came to life at some point also.
which is so on brand for both Chris and his character.
It really is. That's true. That is very true. Yeah, so that was a ton of fun. What else have we got cooking? I am, I just want to throw out a little thought out. Have we ever considered, what would a Mutants and Masterminds Monday special event look like?
Every Mutants and Masterminds Monday is a special event.
I know, right? It's so true. It is so true.
They're so special.
Involve us having cool costumes.
Oh, yeah.
I have to break out my Captain America costume
I'll dress up like Dr. Lizard for the next one if we want.
and see if it still fits.
I like that. Okay, so a
Barely any
costume.
of my clothing from before the pandemic still fits.
So
Yeah,
same.
tell me
I'm
about it.
telling you.
I don't think any of my costumes still fit.
Yeah, no, all of my costumes are definitely stretchy enough that they'll fit. But okay, so costume-based special event. I like that. I mean, definitely we should do. Do we have a? Is there a? Could we do something where we have special guests from the audience as I don't know, like a talent show maybe.
The M&M community's got talent. I'm here for it.
Right. What do you think, chat? What do you are you all sitting on some super heroic it doesn't necessarily have to be heroic, I guess. It's all in the mind of the performer, I suppose. But a talent or some kind of talent show based
You just really
performance.
want to be a producer on America's Got Talent, don't you, Troy?
I really do.
Really does.
There's a little tiny just smidge of vengeance in this idea. I want to see the Seans get together and do something. Jokes. Let's see. That's my secret. I have no talent, so no. Well,
Claude, you have a talent for punnery. That is
you do indeed.
that is a talent.
You do indeed. Yeah, we could just have a whole program where we just read off your puns. Why not? Let's see. Some superhero burlesque routines. Okay. Sure. I mean,
It's a family show.
Eminem After Dark, I think, probably, yeah. Sean Human Pyramid. I know that there are at least 2 Seans, so it'll be a very,
He's 3 shots in order to have a human pyramid.
at least.
Yeah, human ladder more than a human.
You're right, sure. All right, well, so think about that. Calvin does silly voices. Okay, all right. Well,
That's just GMing.
that's right. That's right. The Tower O'Shawn.
Calvin famously has a Bowman voice in our program
Mhm.
that his other characters, people are like, what's that voice you're doing?
His other, the other characters he's playing comments on the. All right. Well, so here's the thought, chat. Think about your talent, your skill, your whatever, and we'll put this in the marination bucket along with all these other ideas.
Oh, you see, Robert suggests we, have chat tell us about their characters.
Because there's one thing gamers love. It's telling you about their characters.
Character.
Oh, true. Yeah.
I wrote a whole novel about that.
And,
telling everybody about your character?
Yeah, mostly out of spite because the character didn't have a good ending in the campaign. I was like, screw you, GM, I'm going to write my own campaign.
Well, as the tweet famously said, I really want to, create a campaign where I create all the characters and the whole storyline. And I'm told that that's actually called writing a novel.
Mm-hmm. And I sold 9 of them on Saturday.
Listen here.
That's so good. I love it. Okay, well, so that this has been a very fruitful planning episode, and what do we have cooking outside of the Mutants and Masterminds Monday time we've spent together? How about you go first, Alex?
What was the question? Sorry.
What do we got cooking outside? Is it hard to read the chat and talk at the same time? Wow.
Troy, that might be vindicating for you, but yes.
I rest my case, Your Honor. And also...
I don't want to hear from anyone. I'm doing layout this whole time.
Right? Crystal's getting actual work done this whole time.
Right, yeah.
I've been chewing gum, too.
Oh, I'm out, yeah.
Well, tonight on the Untold Stories Project, I'll be hosting another character creation scramble as I try to do the last 8 pre-gens for the convention this week. Also, I'll be at Origins this week running Mutants Masterminds games, 7 of them if you want to come and play with me. So
yeah, 7 different games, mind you.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Yeah, are they all original?
They are all original.
Alex Thomas.
Well, one of them is already written. It's the Adventure in the Starhaven book that's coming out soon. So if you want a preview of that,
Which you also wrote.
Yes. Which
yeah,
I need to be playing out this week, which is almost there. Things keep exploding around us.
Yeah. So that's great. So you've got that coming up. What else you got cooking?
Tomorrow night we'll be doing a preview stream of an Alternatines adventure on the Untold Stories Project, and we'll be back. We'll be back streaming again on the 14th after that.
Right on. Steve, how about you? You got any news? Did I see you were going to be on a program?
Yes, I am bookending my week, starting with Mutants and Masterminds Monday, and then Fantasy Grounds Friday on the end of the week to talk about some Icons content on Fantasy Grounds. And then I am going to be a guest at the Onyx Path online convention on Saturday to be on a panel talking about the Trinity Continuum, so I can talk about all of the superhero games
Nice.
On different programs.
Do you ever miss writing non-superhero content?
I get a fair amount of that thanks to Green Ronin, fortunately.
That's right. You do have your fingers kind of in every...
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Very good. And Crystal, what have you got cooking? You got some...
I just have so much work.
Yeah.
Right.
No. I'm trying to avoid making any big plans because I'm trying to get caught up with lots of other small projects.
Right. Which aren't all that small themselves. Like, yeah, you got a lot of stuff cooking, not necessarily ready to eat, as it were.
I have a AAA game coming out at the end of the year.
Hey, nice. That's right. So there's someone did bring something up, and I was going to bring this up at another time, but I'm going to touch on it now. Have we ever thought about doing putting together some kind of a mechanism or a rule to support one player, one GM games, or even solo or solitary tabletop roleplay games? That's a thing that's happening out there in the world, and it's very interesting.
It is. It's just something I have zero experience with in any context.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I'm not qualified to give guidance on it.
Yeah, there are some systems for turning existing RPG adventures into essentially solo play games with certain guidelines mechanically that are sort of interesting. I think that it might be worth thinking about an article that talks about the notion of one GM, one player M&M games. You definitely want to do character and adventure design a little differently for solo games.
I like it. Yeah. And yeah. And I just got struck by a thought. I wonder if maybe we explore the notion of adding a like a call-in segment or like a kind of a question of the week where we bring someone on to, who's from the community, and we vet them, of course, and but that we have interesting. Let's see. Yeah, or that's kind of the more so what I'm thinking. I mean, if you want to, I was thinking having, I really like the idea of an engagement piece where we can hear your voice, because I'm very curious as to what you might sound like. In my mind, is sort of like, hello, how are you?
Troy is all about the vibing.
That's right. I want to vibe. So yeah, think about that stuff. But yeah, okay. Well, this is all really, really good stuff. I want to remind everybody that of course, we come to you every Monday, 2 p.m. Pacific. And then on Thursday, we have Thursdays, Owen Casey Stevens, and he's been under the weather, but feeling better. And
Good.
so, yeah. Now, I've got a weird thing that I want to talk about that I'm doing. So we have our buddy Stan. Stan is a big sumo fan.
Yes.
And Stan and Owen had approached me and said, hey, we want to do a sumo program, and we would like you to be a part of it. And I said, really? That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life. Why would you do that? But turns out the world of sumo wrestling is so rich and so deep and so fascinating that we've started a little side project. We call it the Sumo Show. And we'll be doing one tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Pacific. And we do it for about an hour. We talk about the bashos, and we talk about all of the things that happened. And I'm learning all of the lingo and the language. And we have a lot of fun. So stop by. We'll share more info on that in other venues. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's super fun. And I think we've done about 3 or 4 programs so far. And so far, so good.
You're a real podcast now.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah. So exciting stuff. Yeah, I'm glad to hear Owen's feeling better as well. And we look forward to that. I'm trying to think of anything else on our any releases that we've got coming up. Anything else that we want to think we're good.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of print releases, everything's up in the air because things are still weird.
Yeah.
So
that's right. Yeah. But I will say this without any detail whatsoever. I will say there has been a lot of discussion of late of things that people want related to me and some masterminds. Lots of discussions about stuff and things, and that's all I'm going to say. Lots of deep company-wide discussions. So very exciting. So there you go. There's that vague bit of nothing for you as we say, haha, we're done. And we'll be back.
we need to talk, Troy, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't either. I was like, it must be deep down.
I'm not going to.
Troy's signing checks we need to cash.
I'm not even. I was going to drop a couple hints, but I'm not even going to do it because I don't want anyone to know. And you will remember when I bring it up because you were in the room. But I too have been in rooms and meetings and having discussions on things that I don't recall a lick of it. So I get it. So let's see. Next week is. We're talking about fairy folks. So that'll be super fun. Happy Pride to all. And thank you so much for hanging out with us. We love doing these open planning sessions. And, you get a little look at kind of how we work together and how our minds work. And hopefully, you're not scared of it. And you come back to hang out again. Crystal, do you want to say something? Okay, that is great. That is true. You know, Raymond has really uncovered the secret, and that is anytime we mention anything about something that's coming, it is inevitably delayed. So we've been hurt before. In the meantime, have a great rest of your week. My deep love and appreciation for our three mutants and masterminds, mommies and daddies. Thank you so much, and we will see you all very soon. Have a great week. Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.